Hey everyone, Brian here, and welcome back to a new video. And this time we are playing Aquafire in the KOTH tournament. My IGN is BrianChess99 and his is Lilo Lee Liquor. I have no idea what that reference is, but anyway, that's his in-game name. So this is a Tryhard best of 5. I'm going, as you can see, Bomb, Cobra, Mortar, and he's going Heli Farm both. And in this series we're going to be doing an in-depth analysis. So to start off with, I start off with 2 Cobras, and I placed them down at 9 seconds, I think, so I can anti-stall while having 2 wired funds up. So he's sending pinks, and this is a really smart move, because since he's going both heli, he wants to try to stall the rounds for as long as possible, since the only way that he will win is since if he upgrades to his BIA. Mixed Eco won't work with this strategy, since it's not too good at defending adjustment. And I'm opting for low eco here and high wired funds, and the reason is pretty simple. He's sending space balloons to try to stall the rounds. I'm buying Cobras to stop stalling the rounds, so I'm anti-stalling the rounds. And since I never sent him anything from round 2 to like round 6, this boast here is anti-stalling hard as well. So it's a pretty smart play. So if you're facing Bo5 Mortar or Bo5 Wizard or any strategy on this map, the Mortar spot isn't especially good. So here he does an amazing job stalling the rounds, but I don't really care, since round 7 is a really long round anyway. To be honest, I should have boosted there to anti-stall the rounds a bit more. And I would send yellows here, but I'm trying to anti-stall the rounds. And since this is actually Battles TV, these balloons weren't actually on my screen. They were all getting popped around up here. So I sent boosted yellows round 9 to force a boost, and also getting some eco. So let's pause it here and take some analysis. So we have 8 Cobras, 450 eco. He has some farms. He is not on pace for around 14 BIA. Even if I don't send him anything, he is just not on track for us. Round 15, 16 maybe, but I'd say round 16 or 17, and I can just adjustment round 18 and force sell. If not, I can just offensive push MOAB or something. So he's going heli, and he needs a rotors for leads, which is like a 2000. It's like a 3000 upgrade just to defend a space lead. So I'm just constantly equaling. I stop at 550. So I either spike this, but I just upgrade to a signal flare. So he hasn't upgraded this. I should send him like a camo lead or something. I'm not sure why I'm not. That's probably a mistake. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm not sending him any camo. That should force $500 more of defense. So his eco is pretty low. And to be honest, I'm not sure if him sending that eco earlier on was worth it, since even though he did stall the rounds for a bit more, he lost money, so which means he will go for his BIA later on. So I'm not entirely sure if that's worth it for him or not. So I start sending him a rush. He upgrades to Grape Shot, and he goes for his BIA, but he doesn't get up that AC extra eco. So he goes for a round at the start of round 16 while I'm rushing him, and he doesn't even have a destroyer up yet. So we'll see what happens here. I'm not even rushing him, I'm just equaling with some blacks. But he boosts. I think that's a big mistake from him. He should, since he bought it up, he should have like around $500 here. he should have cashed out his BIA, sold this grape shot, and gone for a destroyer, so he wouldn't need the boost. So he made a, I think it might be like his only mistake, since the stall anti-stall thing is very debatable. So anyway, watch what I do here. I start rushing him, but I don't have a Bloon boost back. So what do? I upgrade to the 0-3 Cobra. That basically makes the Bloon boost come back 5 seconds earlier, which is an alpha play. So this Cobra is a 0-3. So I get a Bloon boost, which is really important when dealing with bows, since the bow relies on Bloons to be slow, so it can catch up everything. And Heli, since it has infinite range, it can move all around the map. So if these Bloons are like, I think it's 10 or 50% faster, it will do a lot more damage. So I'm sending some rainbows, since I know that even though I'm draining myself, if I force the BAA cell, I've pretty much won. His eco's trash. So I send like a lot of rainbows, and he's forced to sell his BIA and go for his Apache. And if we stop this here, even though I have no defense, he has no farms, no eco, I have 700 eco, and he can't really pressure me until round 20. And on round 20, this eco will have generated so much more cash for me. So yeah, I'm just stalling at this point, since I know that he has to try to make me choke, and that's exactly what he attempts to do. He tries to make me choke with this Bloon boost at MOAB, but I'm expecting his choke rushes. As Ryan said, Aqua won't surrender. He'll try to make your opponents choke, even though he has no chance of winning after he sold his BIA. So at the moment, I'm just expecting a round 20 all out. He can't do anything. But I don't want to upgrade to my misdirection just yet, so I know he will send it. So he sends it first, and then I upgrade it. And then I smile, since it's pretty much expected that he would try to choke rush me. So immediately sell. So as soon as with Cobra, when defending against BFBs, the first rule of thumb is that if you see one BFB, expect an all out. So we have to immediately buy a second misdirection, and then you just buy Mauler's boost and then just misdirect the second one. So I just facepalm him and he dies to the AI. So what we've learned from this game is, when you go for a BIA against Cobra, don't boost. And when you're defending against a BFB, if you see the first BFB, automatically upgrade to a second misdirection and sell all your wired funds. Even if he's only sending one, he's draining himself and you're still up a lot. So that's game 1, and I'll see you guys in game 2. 1-0 Brian Aqua. So here we move on to game 2, and his L map is Roadblock, and we're both going NFV. I expect he's been tryharding this map a lot with Troll. I have not played this map in like a few months with, I think that was when some PewDiePie was still getting clapped in KOTH, so I don't really have any idea how to play it. I honestly just copied everything he did, since I have no idea what to do. So he's gone. I think his defense is better. He has more lives, 100 less defense, and we go for plantation at the exact same time. I'm sending some blacks. So I'm gonna Bloon boost some greens, up to 4 something, but I don't have enough money to send that much. Yeah, so we're pretty even on everything apart from lives, which can be important when you're playing NG versus NG, but it's really only important if it's aggro versus aggro and you want to tank some like leads or something. But we all have but we both have 3 spikes. I would say he's slightly outplaying him now though. I don't have to spike any lead since if you put your cleanse and foam on strong, it pretty much picks up everything. So I use the balloon boost there, but he doesn't. But I don't think balloon boosts matter. So at the moment now, we're out farming. He has a bit more eco and 1 more balloon boost, but we do have 1 more spike. Our live counts are exactly the same, hilariously so. So it's been fairly equal. But NG versus NG, money management is everything, and if you make a really dumb move, you've just lost. Since I can send this, so my god, before you, and here's what happens. Aquafire does a really stupid rush, and he sends a lead and Seabreath on round 16. Now, this would normally be good on a map like Offside, but on maps like Roadblock and Wizard's Keep, this trap has 2 chances of catching the Bloons. For example, if some Bloons get past my trap, it will immediately be stuck in again when it goes back. So I'm not sure why Aquafire is sending me anything actually. I'm not sure why I placed an NG there. I think I might have meant to place a farm. But Aquafire literally gave me like $2,000 worth of cash. So we have equal defense. I just have a double shot which is worth $2,000. So I think Aquafire made a pretty big blunder there. And this will come to haunt him later. I sent him a MOAB trying to force a boost. Now on second thought, I'm not sure a MOAB NG versus NG is actually worth it. So here Aqua does his really dumb rush against a 2-way Bloon trap map. And I basically don't have to do anything. That's just an NG lag. And I basically forced a boost here. So we're 1 boost up, so I'm pretty happy with how this game's going. We're down 100 eco, but we're up $3,000 in the form of a plantation. So I think we're outplaying at the moment. And basically in NG you just have to manage your money more, and basically giving free money to your opponent isn't really good, like giving leads and stuff like that. So now he can't really send a BFB, otherwise he'll ruin his eco, and I know this. So I'm gonna upgrade to my factory. Now we're not that much ahead in my I'm gonna pause it again. We're still sending these leads and Seabreath. I don't know why. But anyway, I just upgrade to a second Bloon trap. I'm gonna need it round 22 anyway. And we both go for our thingy. And yeah, pretty much at this point, whoever sends a "Oh my god" first wins. That's basically that. Whoever sends a "Oh my god" first wins. But I can send him 2 "Oh my gods" afterwards, and he will defend the first one with his 1 boost, plus his second boost is gone. Like I can defend 2, he can only defend 1, and I think he knows this since he doesn't even attempt to send me 1. And look how much money I have compared to him. I still have 4,000 in cash, even though I just sent the 9,000. So my god. And this is simply because money management is everything. NG versus NG. He just sent me those bad rushes round 18 and 20, where he just fed my Bloon trap. So I basically sent him this, and Aquafire never permastalls it, but I don't think that's too important. So Aqua sells his factory. And I know now, at this point, Aquafire will have to use its boost. But he won't be able to defend the second, so my god. I pretty much know this. So he's doing the 6 Jitsu defend. And yeah. Well, actually, he has 5. And he has to boost. He has no choice in that. And I believe his Jitsus are taking away his Bloon Trap money. So if we pause here, I have an extra factory and an extra $12,000. Aquafire doesn't have any farms, and he's attempting to farm again. I'm just wishing for him. So he just sold all his defense, and now it's a perfect time for me to rush. What's this? And Aquafire sold all his defense when he saw me send a second. Oh my god! And you knew that there would be no way for him to defend this, as he has no more boosts. So yeah, he opts to send me BFBs. And I have a factory, and I have 2 boosts. So what I'm gonna do first is just waste the boost to hack away at some of his BFBs. But some aren't permastalled, so it's gonna pose a bit of a problem. 4 Jitsus should defend 10 BFBs pretty easily. And here's a pro tip. I'm just gonna put some Bloon Traps at the back, and this generates money while also acting as defense. So I used my last boost. If I didn't have that boost, I would definitely have died, which is why boosts with NG are just so important. And he does die to the AI, so that's game 2. It's 2-0 Brian Aqua. So here's game 3. He picks offside. I think he wants revenge NG versus NG. And we'll see what happens here. We're both going NG versus NG. Hype. I'm starting off with my firearm. And yeah. Nothing much is happening at the moment. It's just a passive NG game. We're both going for our stuff. Now he's ups to send me some blues, which is quite interesting. But he's greeding a bit too hard. So I can force a lot of leaks here. And I can still send. So at the moment we're equal in farms, but his life count isn't pretty. Now I think I made a big mistake here. I went for a second NG here. I should have went for down here, since I leak a lot more than I needed to. So, by the way, both NGs are on strong. He's out firing me, out equaling me now since of that mistake. Also, he graded 4 more lives. Also, here is basically my only mistake in the game. I sent him yellows round 8, which is really dumb, since Aquafire doesn't even need to boost. And this means my money is down, and as I said, money management is everything NG versus NG. So, yeah, I'm gonna be forced to boost round 11, and he can just go for his trap. And I just have to boost here. So, now we're down a boost, and boosting NG versus NG is very important. And we're also getting out farms, so I'm not really happy with how this game's progressing right now. And he sends me his choke rush, and I actually die here, since the trap, yeah, it's just kind of unlucky. Also, if I had boosted, but I didn't want to waste that boost since I boosted round 8, so round 8 is a mistake. So it's 2-1 Brian Aqua, and I'll see you guys in game 4 in Farmyard. So we have game 4 on Farmyard. So I'm going Cobra, and he's going Dart. And I'm not sure if you've seen Deez's video on how to beat Cobra really easily. Plus, he basically shows how to beat Cobra with Dart really easily. Deez, if you like search up my channel where I promote other channels, I have Deez Nuts channel listed there. So if you want to watch that. So he's just sending pinks, trying to stall the rounds now. On this map, I mean, since he's going Dart, and he actually doesn't need a PIA, I agree with him. He's equaling and stalling the rounds, which is quite smart. I'm just Cobra wired fun spamming, since his Dart here is anti-stalling the rounds a lot. I have to go for my Bernie stuff here, since the Mortis boss on this map is pretty bad, unless you have like the 201, which costs like $600. Well, actually, I think it's 400, but it's 200 for the increased accuracy, which does nothing. So yeah, I think he just wins this. Now, actually did have a DOS. Well, it's not my DOS, but it's Lowcatch's DOS. He played NG Farm Heli on this map to counter Cobra and Dart. And the strange thing is, it actually worked. You can have your Bloon trap spot in the top right, and yeah, everything just works. Now, at the moment, I'm just preparing to all-out him around 19. Since I thought that his eco was like lower, but it's not. It's actually pretty high. So I decided to triple offensive push him around 22 BFBs. Now, this worked versus Troll, but not versus Aquafire. I guess Aquafire is just smarter. So I triple offensive push him. Triple BFBs. And then I realized he can afford a GC. So he sells all his farms and GCs. But I send a BFB, and with the AI LEDs blocking him, he might die. But no, he leaks to 27 lives, and he does win. So it's Brian Aquafire 2-2, and we're down to our final. So my L map is Steps. It's my favorite Cobra map, and there's no way Aquafire is going to outplay my Cobra. So we'll try this. So key to Cobra versus Cobra, like an NG versus NG, is just money management. Pretty easy to understand. It's just money management is everything. Now here's thing number 1. I have 6 more lives than him. And we both send pinks. But I think my mortar is in a bad spot. It should be up here, I think. But I just prefer down here to stop chasing and stuff. So he gets more lives than me here. So I retarget my mortar over there. So he's outplaying at the moment, actually. But it's not too important at the moment. We're both sending each other greens here. I might upgrade that Bernie stuff, because I might not. Not sure about it. upgrade to Brainy stuff here. And I send him boosted yellows here, and he doesn't have a Brainy stuff up yet. And I force leaks as well as a boost. And I just boosted. I'm not sure why I placed that bomb, to be honest. And here Aquafire does a really dumb move. He upgrades to an attrition. I think Ryan popularized the idea, but attritions are just not good. You're better off just adjusting more. So anyway, I'm not responding to his attrition, and now he just sends me some blacks. So at the moment, counter covers 10 versus 8. 40 equal ahead. 1. Yeah, I'm just outplaying at the moment. And if I have more money than him, it basically means I can afford more adjustments later on, which means I need less defense later. And yeah, so he'll need more defense before me, which means he'll probably sell adjustments, which means I can adjust him more, which will lead to his death. And he'll have to use boost sooner. Also, he has that attrition, which is bad. Like, I think he had 28 lives and I had 60 lives at the start, and like 3 rounds have passed, and he's only got back like 10 lives. So I'm sending him space leads. This is a really good play. These space leads block his Cobra. It blocks it a lot. So basically, since all the Cobras are targeted and strong, they target this lead, and then his bomb. Like, his Cobras can't hit anything else. See, if you see here, I'm just fine against this since he's not sending me any leads. Also, I have more adjustments than him. He has 5. I have 13, so I won. So anyway, GG's to Aquafire. He has a YouTube channel too. I'll leave it in the description, so thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Road to 4K. How do you...